Most so-called strategy is just a list of activities with no theory of why they should work. As Roger Martin warns, this is the core reason traditional planning fails to deliver real results. Today you'll learn how to move from lists of tasks to a real theory of winning your market. True strategy requires more than operational comfort. It demands that you predict how your choices will outperform competitors and anticipate customer behavior, even when the answers are uncertain. Scenario planning is what makes this future-focused thinking possible. In this episode, I'll walk you through building scenarios, testing your assumptions, and choosing your winning field, practical steps used by the world's most resilient companies. Most leaders fall into the trap of confusing activity with strategy, but understanding this distinction is the first step toward building a plan that actually delivers a competitive edge. If you're new here, please subscribe and like, because I share tips to help you improve your career. Many organizations fall into what Roger Martin calls the comfort trap of operational planning. Most strategies break down because they confuse action items with a theory of victory. Planning feels productive, allocating resources, refining processes, and setting targets offer a sense of control. But these activities often remain within the boundaries of what's already known and manageable, rather than challenging the organization to define how it will actually win in the market. Southwest Airlines provides a clear example of moving beyond this trap. While competitors focused on optimizing routes and managing costs through traditional planning, Southwest built a strategy around a specific outcome, becoming a convenient, low-cost alternative to bus travel. They made deliberate choices, point-to-point routes, a single aircraft type, no assigned seating, and online booking, not just to reduce operational complexity, but to deliver a unique value proposition. Each decision connected directly to how customers would choose them over other options, creating a sustainable advantage that competitors struggled to replicate. Contrast this with companies that focused inward. While Blockbuster optimized its stores, Netflix tested how consumer behavior would shift online, showing the gap between internal plans and evolving customer choices. This pattern repeats across industries. Organizations pour energy into refining what they control, only to be caught off guard when external dynamics change. Operational planning can create a false sense of readiness, masking the fact that the real challenge lies in anticipating shifts in customer preferences and market conditions. The underlying flaw is that resources and efficiencies only matter if they translate into future customer value. A streamlined supply chain or a well-managed workforce may seem impressive, but if market expectations move in a new direction, those strengths can quickly become irrelevant. Southwest's success came from a clear theory of how their choices would shape customer decisions, not just from running a tight operation. To avoid the comfort trap, it's essential to move beyond internal optimization and confront the uncertainties of the market. This requires a shift from asking how to deploy existing resources to questioning what will truly matter to customers in the future. Recognizing this distinction sets the stage for developing a theory of winning that can withstand whatever changes the market brings. If you're finding this helpful, please subscribe and like, because it helps us create content that matters to you. Also, if you want to take your skills further, check out our executive education and executive coaching programs at execbeat.com. Instead of relying on forecasts or rigid plans, building your theory of winning starts with a disciplined approach to scenario planning. The core of this process is not predicting which future will arrive, but rigorously testing your assumptions about what must be true for your strategy to succeed. Roger Martin's method centers on asking, what would have to be true? A question that pushes you to identify the specific conditions and customer behaviors your plan depends on. Begin by mapping out several plausible scenarios for your market or industry. For each scenario, clarify the choices you would make and the results you expect. Then, challenge those choices by asking what must be true about customers, competitors, and your own capabilities for your strategy to deliver an advantage. For example, imagine you're considering opening a new retail channel. You would ask, what would have to be true about customer purchasing habits, partner support, and operational costs for this channel to outperform existing options? Rather than betting on assumptions, run a pilot or collect targeted market data to see if those conditions actually hold. This approach exposes weak spots before you scale up, allowing you to adapt quickly. It's equally important to visualize how your strategy might fail. Use mind mapping or a simple SWOT analysis to lay out strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats across multiple futures. This helps you see where a single-path strategy could break down if key assumptions prove false. Southwest Airlines, for instance, succeeded by recognizing that their advantage depended on customers valuing on-time performance and low fares more than airport amenities. They tested these assumptions early and built their operations around them, which insulated them from competitive threats and market changes. Testing your theory of winning is not a one-time exercise. As markets shift and new information emerges, revisit your scenarios and update your assumptions. The goal is not to eliminate uncertainty, but to ensure your strategy remains robust when the unexpected happens. By systematically challenging your own thinking and preparing for a range of outcomes, you move beyond wishful planning and build a foundation for real resilience. Facing uncertainty directly is what sets winning organizations apart. In conclusion, the most successful companies aren't better at predicting the future, they are better at preparing for it. Treat uncertainty as a strategic variable, not an exception. Sketch 3 distinct scenarios in your next planning session: conservative, disruptive, and wildcard, and map out what customers would value in each. Identify which capabilities become critical across those futures and use that insight to guide your choices. Roger Martin puts it clearly, strategy will have angst. If you're comfortable, you're planning, not strategizing. Scenario planning gives you a way to test your thinking and ensure your decisions aren't built on a single view of the market. Shift from task lists to a theory of winning with scenarios, and you'll lead your organization through uncertainty with confidence. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, because it helps us bring you more free videos. And if you're ready to grow your career, visit execdeet.com to learn about our executive education and coaching.